5 drinks seniors should never pair with eggs or meat. Harold was 72 years old when he died after eating breakfast. Just a normal breakfast like he had every day. He wasn't sick. He wasn't doing anything dangerous. But that morning, something went wrong inside his body. Within hours, he collapsed. The doctors at the hospital tried to save him, but they couldn't. Later, they found out what happened. The drink he had with his meal caused a bad reaction. It mixed badly with his heart medicine and messed up his digestion. It wasn't the eggs. It wasn't the toast. It was the drink and how it mixed with everything else. Harold's story might sound unusual, but sadly it happens more than you think. Many older people mix everyday drinks with protein-heavy meals, like eggs or meat, without knowing that aging changes how our bodies handle food, medicine, and drinks that give us energy. In this video, we'll look at 5 drinks that seniors should never have with eggs or meat. These drinks might seem fine, but they can quietly cause tiredness, high blood pressure, or worse. Keep watching until the end because you'll learn not just what to avoid, but also better choices that protect your heart, digestion, and energy levels. These small changes can make the difference between feeling good and ending up in danger. Grapefruit juice. One of the most common but overlooked drinks that can cause trouble, especially when mixed with eggs or meat, is grapefruit juice. While it seems like a healthy breakfast choice, grapefruit juice does something special to how medicines work in your body. For older adults taking common pills like blood pressure medicine, cholesterol pills, or anxiety medication, grapefruit juice blocks an important substance in your gut that helps break down these drugs. When this happens, the medicine can build up in your body to unsafe levels without you even knowing it. You might start feeling dizzy, weak, or strangely tired after eating, not realizing the juice is silently making your medicine too strong. Here's the tricky part. This reaction doesn't always show up right away. Sometimes it takes days or weeks of drinking grapefruit juice regularly before your body reaches a dangerous point. What's worse, when you have it with protein-rich foods like eggs or bacon, your digestion slows down even more, giving the juice more time to mess with your medicine. I knew a man named Frank who was 75. He took great care of himself, exercised, took his medicine exactly as told, and always had half a grapefruit or a glass of grapefruit juice with breakfast. But after fainting a few times, doctors found out his blood pressure medicine was building up to dangerous levels in his body, all because of that innocent-looking juice. So if you enjoy eggs or meat in the morning and take any medicine, check the labels and talk to your doctor. There are plenty of safer fruit juices that won't interfere with your pills or your digestion. A simple swap can make all the difference. 2. Energy drinks. Energy drinks are usually marketed to younger people, but some older adults reach for them when feeling tired, especially in the morning. After all, a little boost sounds good when you're facing a long day, but mixing energy drinks with high protein meals like eggs or meat can lead to serious problems, especially for older adults whose hearts are more sensitive. These drinks are packed with caffeine, artificial stimulants, and lots of sugar or sugar substitutes. When combined with protein-heavy meals, they can make your heart rate and blood pressure jump in ways that are hard for an aging body to handle. What starts as a harmless sip can trigger an irregular heartbeat, heart pounding, or even dizziness and nausea shortly after eating. The problem is protein-rich meals already need more energy to digest. When you add a stimulant on top of that, your body gets mixed signals, trying to digest calmly while also being forced into high gear. This combination puts stress on your heart, slows down proper digestion, and leaves you feeling more anxious than energized. There was a woman named Barbara, 68, who switched from morning coffee to an energy drink because she thought it was quicker and gave her more mental clarity. But after a big breakfast of eggs, sausage, and toast, she felt faint and couldn't catch her breath. Her doctor later warned her that her heart couldn't keep up with the stimulation. Energy drinks also tend to hide tiredness instead of fixing what's causing it. That makes them especially risky for older adults who might already have problems with sleep, hydration, or medicine interactions. If you're looking for a better morning option, stick with water, herbal tea, or watered-down juice. These choices support your digestion without overwhelming your system. And remember, if you feel tired, your body may be trying to tell you something. Listening to it instead of silencing it with a stimulant is often the wiser choice. If you're still watching this video and finding it helpful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content for you. 3. Cold milk. Milk might seem like the perfect breakfast drink, something we've all been used to since childhood. But when you're over 65 and having it with eggs, bacon, or other high-protein meats, things change. The issue isn't that milk is bad. It's how your aging digestive system handles the combination. As we get older, our bodies naturally make less of the enzyme needed to properly digest milk. This means that even if you never had trouble drinking milk before, you might now experience bloating, cramping, or gas without knowing what's causing it. And when you combine milk with protein-heavy meals, that digestive stress can get even worse. What happens is like a traffic jam in your gut. Your body works hard to break down the complex proteins in meat and eggs, but the undigested milk slows things down. This causes discomfort, inflammation, and sometimes long-term digestive tiredness that can make you feel sluggish after eating or even lose your appetite over time. There's also the issue of iron absorption. Dairy, especially in large amounts, can block your body from absorbing iron from other foods. Eggs and meats are good sources of iron, but when you wash them down with a glass of milk, your body might not get the full benefit. For seniors who are already at risk of anemia or low energy, this becomes more than a small worry. Take Walter, for example, 81, sharp as a tack and never wanted to miss breakfast. But he kept feeling uncomfortably full for hours and tired, even when he ate normal portions. His doctor suggested switching his cold morning milk for warm herbal tea or just room temperature water. Within a few days, the improvement in his digestion and alertness was clear. So, if milk has been part of your breakfast for years, it might be time to think again. Try skipping it for a week and see how your body feels. There's nothing wrong with enjoying dairy occasionally, but when combined with meats or eggs, especially in the morning, it could be doing more harm than good. Listening to your gut, literally, can tell you more than any nutrition label ever will. 4. Iced tea. It might surprise you, but that tall glass of iced tea next to your plate of eggs or grilled meat could be causing problems, especially for older adults. While iced tea seems light and refreshing, certain compounds in it, particularly something called oxalates, can stop your body from absorbing important nutrients like iron and calcium, both crucial as we age. When paired with iron-rich foods like red meat or egg yolks, iced tea can quietly sabotage absorption. You may think you're getting the nutrition your body needs, but a strong cup of tea, especially black tea or concentrated brews, can bind to iron in your digestive tract, keeping it from entering your bloodstream. Over time, this can lead to tiredness, brittle nails, or even shortness of breath due to low iron levels, all without any obvious cause. But that's not the only concern. Many bottled iced teas are full of sugar or artificial sweeteners. These spike your blood sugar and can create a roller coaster effect, especially when consumed with a protein-heavy meal. The result? You might feel energized at first only to crash an hour later, feeling even more tired than before. There's also the issue of hydration. Despite containing water, tea acts as a mild diuretic. That means it can make you urinate more, which may leave you dehydrated, particularly when combined with salty meats like sausage, ham, or bacon. Dehydration in older adults can quietly affect memory, concentration, and blood pressure, especially during hot weather when iced tea seems most tempting. I remember George, a 70-year-old neighbor, who drank a tall glass of sweet tea with every lunch. He loved having it with steak or roast chicken, but he started having dizzy spells. Tests later showed he was borderline anemic and slightly dehydrated, despite thinking he was drinking plenty of fluids. The solution isn't to give up tea entirely, but to be more careful. If you enjoy tea, try having it an hour after your meal or choose herbal options with no oxalates and no added sugar. And remember, water plain or with lemon or cucumber is still one of the best things you can drink with your meals, especially if you're enjoying meats or eggs. If you're still watching this video and finding it helpful, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content for you. 5. Fruit juice. Fruit juice might seem like the healthiest drink choice, especially when it's labeled 100% natural or no added sugar. But when consumed with eggs or meats, especially by older adults, it can quietly create a chain of problems that most people don't notice right away. The main concern is the sugar content. Even unsweetened fruit juice like orange or apple contains naturally high levels of fructose, fruit sugar, When this sugar floods your system at the same time as a protein-heavy meal, it can mess with your blood sugar balance and cause unexpected spikes. For seniors, whose insulin sensitivity may already be reduced, this can lead to tiredness, weight gain, and long-term blood sugar problems. But that's not all. The acidity in many fruit juices, especially citrus ones like orange, grapefruit, or pineapple, can disrupt digestion. Meats and eggs need strong stomach acids to break down properly. When you combine those proteins with a high-acid beverage, the resulting imbalance can cause bloating, gas, or even acid reflux. Over time, this can damage the lining of your stomach or esophagus, especially in older adults who may already be taking acid-reducing medications. There's also a chemical interaction to consider. Some juices, particularly grapefruit juice, can interfere with medications, especially blood pressure drugs, cholesterol pills, and certain heart medications. Many older adults drink juice in the morning, alongside their pills and protein breakfast, not realizing they're reducing the effectiveness of the very medicine that's supposed to protect them. One man I knew, Harold, 77, had eggs and toast with a tall glass of grapefruit juice every morning. He was taking medication for high cholesterol, but his levels weren't improving. Only after a nurse pointed out the interaction did he switch to herbal tea, and within weeks his lab results started to improve. Juice can still have a place in your life, but it's best enjoyed on its own, maybe as a mid-morning treat, or part of a smoothie with fiber to slow down sugar absorption. When you're sitting down for a protein-rich breakfast or lunch, skip the juice and choose water or a light broth instead. And if you've been having digestive discomfort, unexplained energy dips, or medication that doesn't seem to be working, take a close look at what you're drinking with your eggs or meat. The answer might be right there in your glass. Final thoughts. The story of the 72-year-old man who died after unknowingly combining the wrong drink with his meal serves as a powerful reminder. It's not always the food itself, but what you pair it with that matters most. For seniors, especially those between 65 and 85, small changes in daily habits can make a huge difference. You might be eating the right things, but if you're washing them down with the wrong beverage, you could be setting yourself up for digestive problems, nutrient deficiencies, or worse. So, let's quickly review. We talked about 5 drinks: grapefruit juice, energy drinks, cold milk, iced tea, and fruit juice that may seem harmless, but when paired with eggs or meats, especially by older adults, can disrupt digestion, block nutrient absorption, and even interact dangerously with medications. These are everyday choices that can quietly build up into serious issues over time. But the good news is that this knowledge puts you in control. Simply being more mindful of what you drink and when can protect your health, improve your energy, and help you get the most out of every meal. You don't have to give these drinks up entirely, but separating them from high-protein meals or switching to simpler options, like water or herbal teas, can go a long way in supporting your digestion, circulation, and overall well-being. The most important takeaway here isn't fear, it's awareness. You're not helpless. In fact, you're wiser than ever. With a little thought and the right information, you can keep living well, enjoying your meals, and avoiding the quiet traps that catch so many people by surprise. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content for you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.